In this video, I'll be showing you how to find the greatest common factor in an equation. And to start, let's create an equation. In this case, let me change that color real quick. So let's do 6a to the 4th power plus 30a to the 2nd power plus 12a to the 6th power. So to begin, you're going to look at each of the numbers in front of the variable, a in this case, which is 6, 30, and 12, and you're going to want to find the variables of each of those numbers. So let's start with 6, and for 6, the variables are 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. Moving on to the next one, you have 30, and those are going to be 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 5 and 6, and from here it'll just be reversing, so we can just stop here. And finally we'll go to 12, and those are going to be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and just like I said, we'll be going in reverse order, so we can just ignore that. So when you're looking at these, you can see that the greatest common factor is going to be 6, 6, 6, and 6. Now that we found that, we're going to want to bring it down here, 6 on the outside of the parentheses, and let's have a here as a placeholder because we'll be finding that later on. And inside the parentheses, you want to put the number that you multiplied to get 6. So to get 6 in the first one, we multiplied it by 1a. And then the second one, we multiplied 6 by 5, so we'll get 5. And I'm putting the a here just as a placeholder for the next step. And then 12, we multiplied 6 by 2. 2a. So if you notice here, you can see that each of these have a greatest common factor of 2. So you might think what the next step is to have a2, which you got to get 4, you multiply by 2, a1, which you multiply 2 by 1 to get 2, and a3. But that is actually incorrect. What you want to do with the variables is find the lowest common variable, which in this case is 2, and you want to subtract them to all other a's. So let's say if we had a b randomly, you would not subtract that b. That b would be the only b, so you wouldn't be touching that b. But in this case, we have a2, a4, and a6. So you want to subtract the lowest one, in this case a2, to all the other a's. So let's do that. a2. So a4 minus a2 is a2. a2 minus a2 is 0, so we'll actually have no a here in the middle. And a6 minus a2 is a4, and that will be your answer that you arrive with when you are finding the greatest common factor of the original equation. And for the example that I want you to use after doing the steps from my video, let's just do 3x plus 18x cubed plus 21x squared. And that is my video for finding the greatest common factor.